Welcome to lockdown vlog number 44. Another beautiful day in Rotterdam, and yesterday we went outside a lot and I got a little bit of a sunburn on my face, so today I'll stay inside and let it heal a little bit. A little update for you guys today. Over here you see the two drivers that I'm going to give new surrounds. And for those of you who missed that little part, I am repairing this Allison 6 loudspeakers, a special loudspeaker that has a bass driver on top of it. Over here you can see the inside of it, and these drivers are in dire need of a new surround. So I am cleaning up these two drivers, and one of the things was that because the drivers are on top of it, I guess that years and years and years of dust collecting has made for a dirty loudspeaker, meaning it almost looked like moss was growing on it, gray moss. It was sticky, it was woolly, it was a mess. So I asked you guys, okay, what would you do about it? As you can see, they have become pretty clean. I'm very satisfied with it. And one of the tips that you guys gave was to use a soft brush and just brush it off. So I got myself just a simple ordinary brush for painting. This is what I used to clean the drivers. And then there was, after the first attempt, there was still a little bit dust left, a little bit of debris. And another tip of you guys was to use a damp cloth. I used a damp cloth, did some trying to wash away the dust, and then immediately brushed it dry with the paintbrush, and the result, if you ask me, is pretty good. When I'm making a video of it, I will be able to show you the difference before and after. But I'm pretty happy with that. So for those of you who gave tips to clean this, thank you very much. And as you can see, this is still a work in progress, but it is in progress. Another thing is that I placed back the Wilsonton, who was standing there for the last few weeks. And the reason for putting this one back, it's an interesting story, because on my review that I did on the Wilsonton, somebody posted a comment that they had bought one and probably they had a bad one because all the tubes kept breaking down on his Wilsonton amplifier, which is a shame, of course, but it was also a completely different experience than what I had with the Wilsonton. But I thought, well, let's put it back into play. Let's see what happens if it has been turned off for a few weeks. And well, it just works perfect. From the moment I started it up again, it was perfect. I know at the beginning, as I said in the review, I had one of the tubes that had a little bit of a noise. They sent me a new one, and ever since I replaced it, this thing has been playing like a beauty. And when I placed it back, about an hour later, I got another comment from somebody who said, hey, I have ordered one for myself. There's a waiting list, so it will take some time before he gets it. But apparently this had to be a Wilsonton moment, with those two comments, me placing back the Wilsonton, and after an hour somebody telling me, hey, I bought one of those. And so I've been listening to it again, and I stand by my review. This is a very nice amplifier. Now this also gives me the possibility to answer one of the other questions that I got a few weeks ago, but I already turned it off and placed it right over there. But somebody asked me, well, does the amplifier make any noise from itself? So can you hear through the loudspeakers when there's no music playing but the amplifier is turned on? Do you hear any noise through the loudspeakers? And the answer is yes, but I have to put it in context for you. So let me back up a little bit. Okay, so when you are in normal listening position, like we are now, and the amplifier is turned on, you just can't hear any noise coming from the loudspeakers. If I go close to the loudspeaker and really put my ear up, right up the driver and concentrate, I do hear some noise. But remember, this is a 98 dB, so almost 100 dB loudspeaker. This means if there is any noise in your equipment, you will pick it up through something with 98, 99, 100 dB sensitivity. And so probably when you have a loudspeaker at 90 dB, which is more normal, I'm sure you won't hear anything through it. And the other thing I want to say is that my ITOS combination, so my two mono amps and the preamp, they make more noise. They are 35 years old, but they make more noise than the Wilsonton amplifier. And the noise that I do hear comes from the preamp. And how do I know? Well, there's an interesting thing. I have this, let me see if I can show you guys. There's this little connection. If you put it on here, let me try. What it will do, it will stop the signal from the preamplifier entering. It will decouple it. So when you are listening to the mono power amp with the preamp disconnected, and you listen to the noise and the loudspeaker, you know that everything that you hear will be only coming from the power amp. And I'm telling you guys, after 35 years, these power amps are completely dead silent still. So that's why I know that the preamp must be the one that is giving me some noise and needs some checking. But this is when I call the guy who made these amplifiers and still sells them and builds them. When I call him, the first thing he tells me is, well, plug it in and tell me if the noise is coming from the amplifiers or is it something else. And it's never the amplifiers. These things are built so very good. It's still amazing. So that's a little update on the Wilsonton. That's a little update on the Allison the Allison 6 and the Wilsonton R8. Don't let them confuse me. And a little update on the drivers that I'm cleaning so I can put new surrounds on them. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you have a nice day. The week has started again. This was lockdown vlog number 44 and I'll see you tomorrow.